See, I'm a writer who writes the awareness to alleviate his people's pain. And for me, it's not about the money or the fame. My pen leaves ink trails to penetrate your entrails to bring forth a positive mental change, to fight tainted self-images that have been implemented over time through racist mind frames. Because I'm a black male from the inner city who's seen, said what's up, and wave goodbye to 22. Now, that might not be for me, but that might be an accomplishment for you. Because some of y'all have been told you're going to end up dead or in jail oranges and blues. But I was lucky to be taught the truth. Because I was alive, there's no limit to what I can do. And that's why I'm here and trying to talk to you, to get you to see that you can make it through. All the statistics, hood hierarchies, and mistakes that your parents have made that have affected your beginnings. Because you got to be that proverbial phoenix and rise like Life Jennings. Understand life isn't all about sex and big paychecks and gold chains with diamonds that hang from necks. It's not about dying young or a level of protection that requires a gun. Because we become a generation who've been told it's not cool to crack a smile. Getting brainwashed and believing around the way you got a mean mug and it's been happening for a while. Competing and destroying those who look like us, talk like us, have the same interests as us, just so we can dress expensive, drive a German sedan, and don't have to ride the bus. And people wonder why I make such a fuss. Because we've been misled in believing it takes money and power to get respect. But if any of y'all will question why respect always seems to be step 3, like if you don't have stacks of intimidation, you can't experience camaraderie, which is something that humans live for. I want to be a part of a whole of sense of some belonging. But here we are in our insane actions steadily prolonging, dismissing what should be the most simple, the most obvious, the most apparent of all things, that what we get from respect will always override the goods that cheddar brings. And that's why so many people get that money and that power, and they feel that sting. Because God blessed a child that got his own. But once they got your own, they leave you left alone. And there you are back at step 1. Now, if you're Brian McKnight, the scenario might seem fun, but you're not. And an album about being broke with no friends don't sound hot. So when you get the ball, you got to take that shot. Even if your coach says it's ill-advised. Because in the game of life, you have to be in control if you see the winning outcome and see demise. Because life in itself is a prize. And to make it worth living, my people, you have to try to rise. And regardless what they say about going back to Africa, you're more American and Asian-derived apples and pies. And I'm not saying disregard your ancestors, but you belong here, so recognize. Because you have the potential and I can see it in your eyes. And you can never change your course in life if you never try. And I've adopted this myself and intend to implement it over the years. Because my people continuing to fall, not death has to be my greatest fear. That's why as long as I can breathe and as long as I'm still here, I'm going to continue to spit these metaphors of progression because we need a new street teacher. So my people, I'm proud to say, class is now in session.
Dear Father, if you can hear me, let not my words be filled with strife. But, oh Lord, your people, they seem to be living an undirected life. A life that seems to be ending. Not bending because hearts seem not to be mending but have surpassed the state of transcending. Oh Lord, we've somehow gotten caught up in this world's pleasures and passion. Not worried about reading the Bible, but instead, what's the new fashion? We betray violence and stupidity, yet we never choose to think. Oh Lord, I'm afraid that if the world keeps heading this way, the human race will be extinct. So Father, help us before we have to face your wrath with the 9 fists. Because choosing from those odds, I'd rather cease to exist. But Father, this flesh is tempting, and it feels as though time has gone away. And although we know our place in you, we refuse to obey. Lord, help us to find ourselves, because I don't want this to be a formality of why we use drugs, sex, and money as a momentary escape from reality. Escape from being told what to do. Escape from some proof. Escape from the fear of having to face the truth. Escape from you, Father, and yet you're the great one who made us. We run away from the truth, the light, and the only one who can save us. Why, Father? How come we run away from the things that last but never choose to finish? But yet we lust after insignificant things that only last for a minute. Why, Father? How can we choose things that feel good below the belt and ignore the fact that it could be detrimental to our health? Why, Father? How come you're the truth but this world's a big fat lie? And I sit here writing this poem continually asking why.